Hey folks, happy Saturday morning rant on Sunday afternoon. You probably like, yo, what's wrong with this dude? It's Sunday. Yeah, I was sick, yo. I don't even get sick, but Delta Airlines decided to be pumping air conditioning into the plane for 5 fucking hours on my way to Vegas. Whole plane coughing, sneezing and shit. Sure enough, as soon as I got to Vegas, I knew it was over. By the time I got back from Vegas 2 days later, I was done. 2 trips to Vegas, 1 trip to Seattle in less than 10 days. I knew at least one of those trips was gonna get me sick because these airlines don't give a fuck. Everything is dirty. Anyway, I'm back, I'm on my feet, I'm in the whip, and I'm doing Saturday morning rant. And here's what I wanna talk about. I wanna talk about people who start nonprofits because they know they can raise some money. And they be having a mission statement that's like, our mission is to end mass incarceration and make the world a better place. What? How the fuck is that your mission? Like, you got a $300,000 budget. How you plan on doing that? Like, if you're gonna start a nonprofit, have a mission that could be measured so that you know whether or not you wasting people's money. And I know some of y'all are out there to waste people money because you don't really give a fuck. But whenever I come across a nonprofit with like a broad ass mission statement, the first thing comes to my mind is, oh, why the fuck did this person even start a nonprofit if you ain't trying to like do something very specific? And I ain't blaming everybody. I know some people just don't really understand the skills that it takes to start a nonprofit. And I'm not saying that's a reason not to start one, but at some point, you got to have a mission statement that people could be like, oh, okay, I understand what they do, and not some broad, I'm going to change the world shit for $300,000. Like, you got to be specific. And then these foundations love to like throw a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there, especially if it's like directly impacted people, because they want to show that they support directly impacted people, but they don't want to hold people accountable, which is fucked up in my opinion. I think just because people are directly impacted doesn't mean you infantilize them and you treat them like fucking kids. Like, tell them, go come up with a mission statement that makes some fucking sense. Like, be specific about what the fuck you gonna do. Otherwise, we're not giving you this money. But no, I meet these nonprofits and I'm trying to help them. Usually it's pro bono work. It's like smaller nonprofits that can't afford to hire us at gem trainers. So I offer, you know, pro bono advice and shit. And I be trying to tell them, I'm like, yo, your mission statement's too fucking broad. Like, yeah, I'm glad you raised $224,000.64, but you can't keep raising money because foundations don't really understand who you are. It's like if you go to Macy's and you walk in and they got refrigerators, motorcycles, underwears, sweaters, and truck engines. You're like, what the fuck am I doing here? What is this place? What the fuck is their mission? Same thing with your nonprofit. Your nonprofit is fucking confusing and it's hard to tell what you're doing. And I'm glad somebody gave you a couple $100,000 to spend, but I think you probably gonna waste that shit if you don't hurry up and tighten your shit up and figure out who the fuck you are and who the fuck you're not. That's how you raise money. That's how you build a nonprofit. It's got to be some fucking accountability. It's got to be some way to figure out whether you're doing what the fuck you say you're going to do. Otherwise, get the fuck out of the business. Because right now, money's drying up anyway. I've been telling y'all this shit for like 2 years. Nobody don't want to listen to me. And now it's starting to be understood by people that the money's drying up. And you know what happens when the money dries up? People that ain't got no fucking mission statement, you ain't going to raise no money. Because there ain't a bunch of money flowing no more. You ain't going to raise no money. Right? And so right now or maybe you shouldn't even be running a nonprofit. Maybe you should take your nonprofit, turn it into a project, house it somewhere else, get your work done, and not worry about all the other shit involved with running a nonprofit, like HR, back office shit, finance, insurance, healthcare. You could just have somebody else do all that shit and you just be a project of their nonprofit. Instead of having this murky ass, broad ass, make no sense ass mission statement. Get it? And I'm not even saying people who ain't got no mission statement ain't doing good work. I know that's how some of y'all are gonna hear it. Some of y'all ain't doing good work. But some of y'all just don't really understand what it takes to run a nonprofit. You're running a business. Like when you wake up in the morning, you're running a business. I don't care how upset you get about me saying that, because nobody wants to feel like, oh, I didn't sign up to run a business. I signed up to do good work. Not the minute you became a nonprofit, you didn't. You run a business. And if you run a business, you have to have a fucking brand. And your brand has to have a fucking mission statement. And you got to stick to that mission statement. And it has to be much more fucking specific than, if you give me $200,000, I'm going to paint rainbows in the sky. Nobody cares. That's not good enough. Got to be fucking more specific for you to keep raising money and stay in business, and more importantly, for you to help the people you say you're gonna help. Let's put that shit out there for a second. Like, every nonprofit has some kind of constituency, somebody you saying you're gonna help, somebody who's expecting you to take money from philanthropy and do good work with it. And so if your mission statement is broad as fuck, then how is anybody gonna hold you accountable to that shit? So look, all I'm saying is, as a contractor and a consultant that works with mad nonprofits to try to help them figure their shit out, whether it's organizational development, fundraising, executive coaching, or crisis management, that's one of the most difficult parts, is when I come on board and people have this broad fucking mission statement that I can't do shit with, because I don't know who to go shop you to, because it's hard to figure out who you are, and more importantly, hard to figure out who you're not. That's the fucking lesson for today. That's the lesson. I got out of my fucking sick bed to get in my fucking whip to record this fucking message, because some of y'all don't know you got to have a fucking mission statement that makes sense. That's what I got for you today. That's all out of love. Not really love. I don't even like most of y'all, but still, it's all out of fucking, I don't know, accountability. Like I say, I'm gonna do this shit every week, so I'm doing it. I'm about to go get the fuck back in my bed, have some tea, have some soup, and try to fucking feel better tomorrow for my 14 fucking phone calls. That's what I got for y'all. So, in the meantime, don't let nobody steal your rainbow. Have a great fucking rest of the day, Sunday. I know it ain't Saturday. Don't be bitching. And I'll see y'all next Saturday. Peace.